Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the back room because it's 100 and some odd degrees out there and probably more under the tent. And I'm late because I bought a movie camera and it was $100. Don't do that. If you're thinking about blogging or making videos for YouTube, don't buy a $100 camera, even with a $30 memory card. Don't do it. So I'm going to try and be as quick as I can. I give myself 19 minutes. And we are going to find some paintings for this month's contest. But we're going to show you the first year, there's no we, the 10 by 10 inches that I created, sometimes even with glue to begin with. And this one has a bit of a gloss coat to it. And they are beautiful. They have certainly got a lot more texture than what's recent. And I don't know why. I'm going to try and get that so that you can see the whole painting. Yay! But the other camera is so bad it didn't really matter. So some of these are upside down, and a lot of them have metallics and color shifts in them. And I'm going to try and tip them forward and back slowly so you have a chance to see what the colors actually look like. And I'm just going to keep talking to you for about nothing for as long as it takes me to keep showing you these. That one didn't have any cells in it, but I had a good time with the bamboo skewer. This one had a bazillion cells in it, and I think it was made with glue. If you have an interest in purchasing any artwork, please just make note of the time, because the time will help me identify which one in particular that you like. And then I'll give you my email address, which is, by the way, E as in elephant, A as in apple, PB as in Priscilla Batzell, EAS Studio, EA Expressionist Art Studio, EAS, PB Priscilla Batzell, Gallery at gmail.com. Yeah, I probably messed that up thoroughly. So this one has some nice metallics in it. It's pretty dark, and I am filming in the back room with the daylight coming in through the window, so I'm not positive that it's going to be the absolute world's greatest video at all. But after wasting many hours this morning trying to get a good video out of a horrendous movie camera, albeit the size of a soda can, I should have known when it arrived. It said it had 30 megapixels. What can I tell you? This is another one that didn't have a lot of cells. Actually, it's got a lot of nice little cells. That's really intense up close, and I can't really get you all that up close right now. But it's beautiful. Okay, can I flash that forward? I should try and move in. I wish I could. Can I do that? I can do that. I still got a lot of reflection from outside. I'm going to move my camera back a little bit. So I'm going to try and do that. Tip it forward and tip it back. And maybe stick a stack of stuff up there. I kind of really want to say, you know, if you guys watch the whole video and you donate to keep the studio going, which will include you in this month's drawing, maybe you should just be allowed to pick whatever painting. But there's like 89 of them. So keep track of the time, and we don't really know when the timer will end me. It might have to be part 1 and part 2. And I'm going to try and I'd like to see everything. But there's some intense colors in there, but it's really hard to see until I get rid of the glare. This one has a little bit of a semi-gloss coat. Back when I was using silicone, these are from that point in time. And so sometimes the silicone does not all come off, even if you're using Dawn dish soap. This has, I think that might have been WD-40 spray, because I remember that it made incredible, beautiful little tiny cells, but not any huge ones. And maybe you could make it happen differently if you went ahead and didn't stir or something, but I don't believe I stirred anyway. I used to use my silicone without stirring. Can I get that? Oh, that's much better at that angle. Wow. Okay, well, pardon me for doing this badly until this moment. And it is going to be what it is. And I think for prizes, I'll just pull something out at the very end. So if you need to zip ahead, we'll do that. This is really nice autumn colors, and it was probably a swipe with lots of little tiny cells. It's really subtle. Some of them are very subtle compared to what I do now, as far as bright colors go. This one This one was one of a pair, I believe, but I'm not sure where the other half of that pair is right now. But I am going to keep checking the monitor and make sure you can actually see what's happening. This is a nice one. This has got blue color shifts and some purple. It's a little subtle. It's a lot more kind of camo-y. I don't know how to say that, but I want to just keep turning them. I'm doing this without my assistant because I think he deserves a break. But no bum. I know, I'm strange. But I've been waiting like weeks to get to this, and now I'm finally doing it, and I'm happy to be doing it. And for some reason my camera focus just keeps changing a little bit. Depends on, let's see if I can adjust that. No, whoops. Sorry. Okay, hopefully that's all right. And that's got a color shift purple in it. That's beautiful. That's not a great angle on that. I would like to give you guys the best angle possible. I guess that's all right. This is another one that looks like it has WD-40 in it to me because it has so many cells. It looks like Millefiori, which is an Italian glass with a lot of fiori being flowers. Not that I'm necessarily saying that correctly, but I tried. And that looks like it was one of my first ever dips. And I'm going to keep adjusting this a little bit so you can... But that yellow shows up a lot brighter than it does in person. Well, it's still pretty bright. But I'm trying to avoid the glare, and I don't know if I'm really doing that. These I used to call the stars or the orbs because there was a central point and some negative space at the corners, and I thought I was so clever tipping my paint so it flowed over the edge. I want to make sure that that glare is gone. That's not bad. And we're just going to keep going. And like I said, if you have some interest in purchasing something, they're 10 by 10s. They're $1 square inch for the first year. You are helping to support the studio. And anybody who purchases a painting will also be included in the contest. So you can buy one and maybe you can get one free. Who knows? I'm not promising anything, but I've spent every spare penny of any income that I've had for the last 3 years on trying to teach myself the best possible ways to paint, and I'm not done yet. I'm still learning all the time, and I love sharing with you guys. You guys are the nicest, sweetest. You make my life better every day with your wonderful comments. Whoops. I don't like leaving negative space. I used to label them with sticky. This is a really old one that's really cool also. It's got a lot of gloss on there. But it's got the cracks and the fissures. Before I started using GAC 800 by Golden, 10% in my paint, it's got texture, which is actually okay for the first year. I mean, it's neat. And it'll definitely outlive me and probably you, depending on if you're a newborn or not. Because I think acrylics will last a long time, even without a finish on them. Somebody should tell me a different story. That's a really beautiful green painting, and a lot more green in person than it is with the reflections from that window on it. This is a wild piece. That's more of a pattern that you could put in wrapping paper, in my opinion, so no big deal. I don't know how far through this pile we are. We're doing pretty good. I haven't checked the timer yet. We still have, how much time left? We got 10 minutes left. So that does not have a spray finish on it, and it has a few metallics in there. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little more subtle than some things, a lot fewer metallics than nowadays. This has the crazing, but I kind of like it in these older pieces. I like the texture. So, but I won't use Elmer's glue anymore because I don't want it in my paintings now. So it's really not there. But in any case, this looks like one where I was really starting to pull tendrils with a bamboo skewer and have some fun. I kind of want to keep turning that because maybe you can see. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know I have it, the wire put this way. And I know I have to stop moving anything for about 3 seconds for the camera to really focus on it and you to see it. But I'm making a good stack. This is gorgeous. It's kind of dark, but it's got a lot of gold lacing and color shifts and black. And that pinky magenta, which is a metallic, shimmering metallic, was one of my favorites. And it still is, actually. So I'm just going to keep moving as best I can. It's nice the 10 by 10s are kind of small because that means I can stack them up on the chair next to me without having to get down to the floor. I want to zoom in a little bit, but I don't know It's, I don't know if it'll stay zoomed in or not. I don't want to cut off any of the painting. Anyway, we do continue. And that's definitely, I think orb was in the title of this one. And that was pretty cool. That was me expanding my repertoire, because I remember that I went from doing the negative space in the corners to negative space in different areas. And it sounds so like, you know, beginnerish now, but you got to start. Everybody starts somewhere. So this has gold lacing in it, and this is really beautiful in person. I don't know how else to explain that. Lots of gold lacing and some color shifts, and this looks like the stuff I'm using now. That's Art Minds, the stuff I describe as butterfly wing metallics, but it's actually not. It's just got a little bit of shimmer in there. I'm losing my cards in the back. I used to try and label them, so I'm going to have to go back through and label everything. It all needs to be relabeled anyway. I have new labels in the back. I'd really like that reflection from the window to not be there. The sun just came out big time, so I'm going to have to be extra cautious. This is mostly shimmering metallics and some color shifts, and totally gorgeous. And I'm wishing that I could be in two places at once so I could see what you can see without shouting in your ear. See how far I have to turn that to get it to behave. That doesn't look too bad. Maybe I can do that again. Alright, here I'm chattering away to you guys, but I guess you're probably used to it by now. This has a lot of crazing in the corners, but it's still such a pretty piece with those humongous cells that it's really hard not to love it anyway. So, I guarantee that there's only a few dogs in these batches, but I really want to be able to pick some nice paintings for whoever's name is drawn to be the prize winner from this month. I want to keep moving them. I wish the ones at the beginning had the opportunity to have the reflection taken off them. Yeah, I kept trying new composition ways of doing things, and I actually do like that. I mean, a lot. This is a gallery wrapped. Every once in a while I would give myself, you know, the budget to go ahead and purchase something that's a lot more expensive as far as gallery wrap goes, but there's a lot of shimmer on there. There we go. That's much better. Let's see if I can get it right. This is a lot more turquoise. The camera, my Nikon, does not read that turquoise as beautiful as it is. And the color, the dramatic contrast is the word I'm looking for. Contrast is a lot better in person. This is way more contrasty in person, and this is it still is one of my favorite pieces. It's just it's got so much contrast and drama, and the magenta pinks are like 6 or 7 or 8 different shades of pink and reddish pink, and it's just gorgeous. I love it. So if you don't take that one, that'll be okay with me. That's got some color shifts in it. Let's make sure I can get that so that it's also got a lot of gold through here, but it's not super brilliant gold. It's a little sort of, I think it's what people describe as antique gold, but it's all the way over to the edges, and it obviously had some silicone in it because it has humongous cells. And I don't necessarily finish these because I like the finish as it is. I'm going to leave that up there for you guys for a minute and make sure that my paintings don't fall over because they're in a huge stack. And I would like them not to fall over. Alright, let's make sure. This has a high gloss finish on it. This is intense. I mean, I really did love the way the silicone looked in the artwork, but I have literally, you know, 110 by 10s or 89 anyway. And I have maybe not an equal number of everything, but I have plenty of paintings that have beautiful cells in them. So let's see, it goes that way. So I'm not too worried about doing that anymore. I really like having learned, you know, what I can expect from fluid acrylics in its most accidental forms, and then bend it to my will is what I usually like to say. This has a lot of crazing and a lot of texture, but it's also very cool. I like it. Hopefully we'll get through this whole stack. It looks like we are getting to the end. Could I possibly have done? No, there's another stack. Of course there is. Oh, crash. I think those were the contest paintings to begin with, that stack that I just pulled down. Let's turn this so you can see it. That has, oh my goodness, that has like depth. Depth back here and layers, and I don't remember the exact process for that, but it's got the copper. I'm going to start using some copper again. Arteza just sent me a box of metallic acrylics today. Or yesterday rather, but I just opened it today. This has a lot of gloss shine on it, but it's still really pretty, and the gloss sort of highlights the different layers of paint. And fortunately there isn't that much crazing in this one, but it definitely has some texture that the newer stuff does not have. That probably needs to be in person to be appreciated. It's not what I'd call brown, and I know there was plenty of copper in there, but that semi-gloss finish, I mean, it could be a lot higher shiny gloss. That's hard to show on camera, I'm pretty sure. I think this was one that I could definitely probably add something on top of if I wanted to go back and use it. It could be a second painting. It's got some beautiful color shifting blues in there, but it's just too flat. This is a bazillion cells. This is all lacing. Every layer, every stripe is full of like thousands and thousands and thousands of cells. And it has a little bit of texture to it. It was one of the early pieces. All these pieces are, well, 99% of these are from the first year when I was learning about pouring. Sorry about that. I forget. That feels like it's, hey, that's, can you see the whole thing? No, you can't. I'm going to have to zoom out to show you that, and hopefully I'll remember to zoom in again. Yeah, that's on the diagonal. I put the wire across, like so. I signed the backs. But I can hang, they can be hung anyway. Oh, that's kind of nice. Ooh, I think I like that best. But that's how I felt about it at the time, so let's give you one more here. And make sure that I zoom back in again without making anybody ill. This was a two-stage painting, I'm sure of it, because I remember the background was just turned out really plain, so it gave me the opportunity to put some other shapes on the foreground, which I really like. I mean, it's simple, but it's got some drama to it. I lift it up off the black cloth because it sort of blends in with the bottom. So I've got another stack over here, and I believe, are they 8 by 8? Yep, they are. Oopsie, right over the back of my shelf. I have shelf brackets for the back and I lost them. Okay, so I'm going to save those for last and bring these forward, and hopefully have enough time to show you everything and rescue these from the other side. Because I can. Ooh, because I can is the name of my book on the Amazon link in blue right below the video underneath show more. So I'm going to try and speed up my game here a little bit because I think I'll be down to the last. Oh, we're going to run out of time. We're going to have like 1 minute left. Okay, so let me do this. Let me show you a couple more. That's got a high gloss finish. That's beautiful. That might be one of my all-time favorites. And then we're going to go, these are the prizes. That one reminds me of horse mane blowing in the wind. I don't know, it has shine to it. So that's prize potential drawing choice number 1. This has a ton of cells and a glossy finish. That's prize choice number 2. I got 1 minute left as far as I know, unless my camera has shut off already. This is Priscilla Batzell. This is prize number 3. Drawing choice. Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Studio Gallery in the back room. And that was number 3. This is number 4. It's got some crazing, but it's got great texture and some gloss finish. And let's say this is number 5. And so now that's it for the contest for July, for the end of July. Probably, what's today, the 28th? Let's call it July 28th. We'll have a drawing. Thank you guys for being here. I love you much, and I will see you in another video. Please give me a thumbs up. Let me see if I can, yeah, tip those forward and put them down. And if you give me a thumbs up, it gives my videos better placement, and I really appreciate the opportunity to share my videos with more people, and that's what happens. The YouTube algorithm says, they like her. will give her better placement. So you guys take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Priscilla out.